Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Selenium interview questions. That is, what are public and private repositories in GitHub? Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. So there are two types of repositories that we can create in GitHub. One is public type of repository. Another one is private type of repository. Okay. So when you create a repository in GitHub by selecting public option, the code that you upload to this repository will be visible for everyone. Okay, anyone can view the code. Okay, that is uploaded to this public repository, and they can also download the code. What about if you create the repository in GitHub by selecting private option? The code that is uploaded will be only visible for the owners of this repository, but not other public members. Okay, other people cannot access. Okay, that is kind of private, which is secured kind of code, whereas in public it's open code. Okay, anyone can view your code, they can download your code, but in private, the other people who are out of your project, who doesn't have access to this particular repository, cannot view or access your code. So let me practically demonstrate how to create such kind of public and private repositories. So for that, I'll just open this browser and take you to this application, that is github.com. Just type github.com. If you are already logged in, just sign out once. Okay, so if you are signed out, if you type GitHub, it will take you to this landing page where you have an option for sign in and sign up. Okay. If you don't have an account with GitHub, you have to sign up. If you already have an account with GitHub, just click on sign in and enter your credentials. Okay. Just give your username and password for the application. If you already have the credentials, otherwise you need to create an account. Once you sign in, you need to click on this profile icon and click on your repositories. So here you'll be taken to this page containing all the existing repositories that I have already created from long time. Okay, this account I'm maintaining from long time. So here you can see a lot of repositories exist on this page. Now, so if I have to create a repository, okay, I have to click on this new button, and here I have to give some name, demo repo. Okay, demo repo is the name I'm giving. So here you see there are two types of options coming, either public or private. You can select. Either you can create this repository as public. Anyone on the internet can see this repository. Okay. So if you say private, means you choose who can see and commit to this repository. Only the people who are part of the project will be able to access this private repository, whereas the people who are not part of the project also can access the code in this repository. Okay. So first I'm creating the repository with public option. So here I'll say public demo public repo. And for sample, I'll add this readme file and say create repository. The repository will be public. Okay. The repository will be public. Anyone can access this repository. Copy this new incognito and just paste the repository. Let's see what's happening. You see? So even though I don't have an account with GitHub also, I can still, you see, click on this code and download the zip. Okay, I can download the code. I can view the code in this repository. You see, it's asking me to save. I can save this, right? You see, the code is getting downloaded. You can view the code. You can access the code. You can access the files and everything in this repository and all, because this is a public repository. So this time, again, I'll go to the repositories, your repositories, and I'll create one more repository. This time I'll create demo private repository. Okay, like this. And I'll select the private option. I'll just add this readme file. Just instead of creating a blank repository, I'm adding a readme file while creating. But I selected the private option. Now copy this repository and a repository URL, go to the incognito mode. And if you open that repository URL, you see, I'm not able to access the repository. It's saying that this is not the web page you are looking for. Okay. Because this private repository, right? Only the people who have the access, who have the credentials, are part of the project, having the valid credentials to access the project, right? Only those people can view this repository or access the repository, whereas public repository can be accessed by anyone. Okay. Anyone, even though they don't have the account also, they can even access the code, okay, of the public repository. Coming to the private repository, only the people who are a part of the project will be given the access, the username and password to access that repository. Else, other people who are out of the this project cannot access cannot access or view the code of the repository of the private, okay, in GitHub. So hope guys you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye bye.